Hi guys, welcome back. PS Adventures. I'm Brian. Doing something a little different today. I'm still in California. Got back from Burning Man. Been at my friend's property for a week and a half or so. It's been really nice. He's out in the woods. There's no one around, and I think I'm gonna work on this today. I want to see if this old GMC. I think it's around a 50, somewhere around there. I want to see if the motor spins, and if it does, I'm gonna maybe pop the distributor cap, sand the points a little bit, dump some gas down it, and see if she'll pop for a second. The hood's pretty crusty and the doors are stuck. So I'm gonna start by spraying some of this shit on there. Try and get these things to free up a little bit. Let this soak for a little bit. I gotta move this tree and some of this junk here, and then I can bring my truck in, park here, and I'll have my tools. So let me do that, and I'll be back. Can you see that? Yay! Lube! Lube makes everything better, guys. I think this truck's probably been sitting here 20 years, give or take. There's some other trucks on the property and stuff that were here when my friend bought this place. The newest tags on any of those vehicles was right around 2000. So I'm kind of assuming this truck here is from about the same time frame. It's in pretty good shape overall, considering it's what, 50, it's about 70 years old. So yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good shape, 70, 72, because these, they went to wing windows, and I think in 50 or 51, and then they got rid of these vents here on the side. So that's how you can tell, like 47 to 49 or 50, I don't remember exactly, they'll have these vents. And then 51 to 54, they'll have a wing window right here. Anyways, just a little trivia. Look at these little stubby wipers, aren't those cool? So get some of these needles off, and then let me move some of this shit around, and we'll see what we can do with this old beast. If anything happens. I mean, nothing else, it's just fun to fuck with. Well, I got the hood lubed up. I got it, it works good now. It works like it's supposed to. That was pretty stuck. And I popped the top off the air cleaner, which is great that it's on there. The carb's a little froze up. The choke's a little froze, and the linkage, I was gonna lube that. I realize I'm not gonna get real far with this truck today though, because I don't know if you can see that. It's missing something. There's no starter. I wonder if that's why it was parked. They went to change the starter and didn't get it done or something. Or it's interesting because the thing's complete. It's got this little doohickey up here, so it looks like it's been converted from 12 volts to 6 volts. I think that's some kind of resistor. And then it's got a bunch of wiring that's been done on it. And honestly, it actually looks pretty decent. I still want to see if it'll spin. I'm going to try and grab the crank pulley. Oh, there's no belt on the fan either. Oops, probably look where I'm pointing. Next time I'm out here, maybe I can find a starter for it or something. Maybe there's one. Shit, maybe there's one inside. Is there? I don't see one. You guys see one in there? The door's stuck too. So I've lubed this. I'm gonna try and figure out how to get the door open. I'm not sure what I'll do. Maybe I'll get in here. Maybe it's just locked. I don't know. It seems like it's jammed. Like I said, this thing's definitely been sitting a while. But ironically, the tires still have some air in them. But I know this thing's been sitting here a long ass time, because for this to happen in California, I mean, it's pretty dry out here. That takes a long time. And it has, see, it's got black California plates on it. It's got this little custom doodad here. Looks like the original support is gone. It's got like the latch is gone on the hood. And then it's got these like Jeep style ones that someone put on. This was a cool work truck at one point. It'd be really sweet if I could get this thing running, and that'd be pretty cool, huh? I mean, wouldn't it be cool to haul wood around in something like this? I think it would. Okay, one success. I got the jam door open. I looked at this latch, and the mechanism inside I could feel was working. I could see this through the crack. So what I did is I pulled down on the handle, and then I took a hammer and I tapped up on this little tab right here, and that released the door, and then it opened up. So I can get inside. That's kind of cool. There's no starter in here, so it doesn't help me. But look, it's got 4-speed transmission. Looks like maybe Was it doubler? I guess that's what that is over there. I don't really know. Kind of cool. Obviously the brakes don't work because they're on the floor. Clutch. Oh, clutch actually feels like it releases. That's the starter button for all you guys that don't know. So here's your throttle, obviously, and then you turn the key on and push that, and that engages the Bendix on the starter. But yeah, look at this thing. I mean, look at the floorboards in this truck. It's California. You can see that little bit of rust in the cab corner, right there. I went to show you the cab corners for rust, and I wasn't looking at the camera, and I didn't even show you. So that's the rust on the truck. A little bit on the other side too. But really, that's the only rust I can find in the truck. Yeah, no rust in the doors. No, it's just amazing. West Coast, pretty cool. Like even here, this is all nice. It's wild. Look at the hinges, everything. So yeah, this is missing a couple of the latches. It's missing this trim piece. This window's busted. But I mean, shit, for as old as this thing is, those are cool, huh? But I got the hood working, I got the door working, that's something. I'm just gonna screw around with it, something to do. I wonder what it used to say on the side. Can't make it out. Here's a fun little tip for you guys. I ran out of that spray lube, and I want to put a little more lubrication on this hinge. I don't have any lube, so I grabbed the dipstick out of my truck, and you get just a little bit of oil, and you can use that to lubricate small stuff like this. So actually, I'll take my fingers, I'll put the camera down, and I'll swipe it off, and I'll ooze it in there. I'll make sure that dipstick's clean before I put it back in my engine, because you don't want to put that in there. And then I'll do that a few more times and get some oil in this mechanism, and then work it back and forth and see if I can't get that to function correctly. Let me see if I can show you what I mean. You pull the dipstick out, focus, and then I just basically take, and now I have oil on my finger, and I'll go drip that on the hinge. Do that a few more times, get some oil in there and see if it'll work for you. Well, I'm filming this upside down, guys. We'll, oops, is that, oh, you stupid goddamn thing. Fucking piece of shit. Fucking stay locked. Ignore my cursing. It's just me and technology having our differences. Let's see if I can get you in here. There we go. You're upside down, but I'll flip you over in editing. I just lubed this thing with that motor oil, and now, you see? Got her kind of working. There he goes. Anyways, it works, trust me. Something more better to hit it with. Yeah, see? So I'm going to drip some more lube on the inside in here, which you probably can't see, and see if I can get that to work a little better. I screwed around with this old GMC for a little while. Can't really get a good grip on the crank pulley to see if it'll spin. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of curious. I did get the carburetor freed up on it. So I got the linkage on this working. The gas pedals has a really stiff spring inside, but it does work now. Probably heavy in frame there. So you see that moves. I got the choke freed up. I got the door where it opens. The latch is still a little messed up. It's actually out of adjustment, so it won't grab, but at least you can open the door now. Yeah, I'm just kind of screwing around with it a little bit. Yeah, so the gas pedal works now. So that's cool. Clutch feels good. The thing definitely has no brakes, but that's no surprise whatsoever. It'd be fun to kind of come back to this in the future. You know, maybe I can find a starter for it. Now, the oil cap is missing off it, you can see here. You know, so there could be moisture in the engine or something. So I'd want to see if it'll spin before I even mess with it. Well, I like these old Jimmies. I think they look pretty rad. And look at the front of that thing. Isn't that cool? Okay, guys, I don't know why I didn't think of this earlier, but there's no starter in here, right? So that's the flywheel. I don't really have a pry bar, but I do have a kind of a shitty pedal wrench for bicycles. And can you see? I'm going to have to edit this because this is a lot of fucking around. Huh? Did you see that? Let me get you in another spot. I know my hand's kind of blocking it. It's hard to get the camera in there, but she moves. Did you see that? She spins, guys. And it spins easy. You know, I don't feel any sticky spots, you know, like a ring stuck or anything. So that's pretty awesome. So next time I come out here, I might try and grab a starter for this thing somewhere and wire that bugger in and see if she'll pop. Yeah, she spins good. Cool. That's exciting. I made just a little cover for this oil fill. I just found this PBR can on the ground and I split it so it'll go around this road tube right here, and then it's fairly decent. So it's on there like that, and hopefully that'll help keep any moisture or debris out of the engine that, you know, that's obviously been off there for a long time, but it can't hurt to have that covered. I think a big part of the reason this engine isn't froze is it still has the air cleaner on it, which is good. The exhaust is missing, so I was pretty glad to see that, you know, it didn't have any stuck exhaust valves or anything from moisture, you know, stuck rings from moisture getting in the cylinders. But it is extremely dry out here in this part of California. They do get snow and rain in the winter, but most of the time it's very, very dry. So that's all I'm going to do today on the old GMC. Next time I'm out here, I might try and get a starter for this thing, like I just said a million times, and see if I can't get that thing to pop. I mean, that'd be pretty sweet. Hope you enjoyed this little short video of me just screwing around in the woods on some old truck. If any of you guys are whizzes with these numbers, maybe you can tell me something about this truck. Horsepower, wow, 89.5, 3,000 RPMs, 13,000 pound gross. That's pretty good. And then there's the serial number, FC 303-20096. Doesn't have a year though. I'm guessing, yeah, 47 to 50, because like I said, no wing windows. That's just a guess though. Maybe one of you guys knows, there's a detail or something that you know on the GMCs. I'm sure there's someone out there that's a total nerd on these things. I do dig these clearance lights. I think those things look pretty cool. They're in good shape too. Little bonus footage at the end of the video for all you Fox Body fans. This thing's sitting over here too. This is technically his neighbor's, but she told me I could have this car as long as I remove all the other junk, which, you know, I might do at some point. So this is like a 79 to 82 coupe Fox Body. She's a little banged up, but no rust. I've looked at this car pretty extensively in the past. It is full of garbage. But I've dug around in here. I think it was a four-speed car. Yeah, I think it's a 79. See the door handles on the bottom and the window cranks up top. But pretty cool. She's a little banged in the back. But that'd make a fun race car, or oh, look at this. There's no paint on the roof, and look at it. Like a race car, or maybe a Gambler 500 build or something. You know, put an LS in that thing and beat the crap out of it. That'd be fun. It's nice to have pipe dreams. Hoo-hoo, guys.